Hello everyone and welcome. Today I want to take you on a journey back in time to a quiet part of Maryland, near a creek called Antietam. It was here, on September 17, 1862, that the United States tore itself apart in a way it never had before and thankfully never has since. Imagine the sheer scale, over 22,700 casualties. For 12 hours men were falling at a rate of more than 30 per minute. Think about Pearl Harbor, D-Day, 9/11. Antietam was worse than all of them combined. It remains the bloodiest single day the United States has ever experienced. The Miller cornfield, a simple 30-acre plot, changed hands more than a dozen times. Men from Louisiana and Georgia fought men from Wisconsin and Indiana, turning a place of harvest into a charnel house. So after all that bloodshed, who won? General Robert E. Lee had invaded the North hoping to win a decisive victory. He failed, but Union Commander McClellan, despite having numerical advantage and even Lee's battle plans, failed to destroy Lee's army. When fighting ended, Lee's battered army was allowed to retreat. It was a strategic victory for the Union, even if it wasn't a tactical one. Abraham Lincoln had been wrestling with emancipation for months. His cabinet advised him to wait for a Union victory. Antietam wasn't the crushing win he hoped for, but it was enough. 5 days later, Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. It fundamentally changed the war, no longer just about preserving the Union but ending slavery. The blood spilled at Antietam gave Lincoln the political cover he needed. In this maelstrom of violence, Clara Barton, a 40-year-old patent office clerk from Massachusetts, refused to be a bystander. She arrived with wagon loads of bandages and medicine, reaching field hospitals just as surgeons were running out of everything. As she gave a wounded soldier water, a bullet tore through her sleeve and killed the man she was helping. She was that close to death itself. This experience forged the concept of the American Red Cross. History's greatest what-if, Lee's complete battle plans, Special Order 191, were lost, wrapped around 3 cigars. Private Barton Mitchell found them in a field. When they reached McClellan, he exclaimed, "Here is a paper with which, if I cannot whip Bobby Lee, I will be willing to go home." Without those lost cigars, the battle might never have happened. It's a reminder of how chance shapes the destiny of nations. Before Antietam, war was abstract for most people. Sanitized newspaper reports and romanticized illustrations. Photographers Alexander Gardner and James Gibson captured the aftermath. Their photographs showed the dead where they fell, twisted bodies along the Hagerstown Pike, piled in Bloody Lane. When exhibited in New York, the public was horrified and mesmerized. Photography stripped war of its romance and showed it for what it was, a gruesome, bloody business. Every major battle has an infamous place. At Antietam, it was a simple farm lane, worn down by wagon traffic. For 3 hours, Confederate forces used the road as a natural trench. Wave after wave of Union soldiers charged across open fields and were cut down. When Union troops flanked the position, the road became a death trap. 5,000 casualties in this small stretch. The name Bloody Lane was not an exaggeration, it was literal. The story of Antietam is more than one day of fighting. It's incredible moments of chance, courage, and consequences that shaped America's soul. From lost cigars to haunting photographs, Antietam reminds us that history is messy, complicated, and deeply human, decided as much by accident as grand strategy. If you found this journey fascinating, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We have many more historical journeys planned. Thank you for walking these haunted fields with me. Until next time, stay curious.